So these are our ingredients, guys, on sofrito. I have cornmeal here. This brand is called Pam. It's like a pre-cooked cornmeal. I have white vinegar. I have hot sauce. I have adobo, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, chicken bouillon, and beef bouillon. I have some cumin as well. I have avocado. I have onion. I have lime. I have tomato. I have cilantro. I have green onions, and I have a potato, and I have ground beef, but you could use any meat of your choice, guys. Pulled pork, beef, chicken, and I also have here some oregano. So let's get started with the shopping for our sauce, for our dipping sauce. So first we are going to cut up our tomatoes. So I'm just going to cut them up and dice them as small as I can. And it's all preference. You like big chunks. If you like small chunks, it's all preference. Okay, guys? So here I am chopping some cilantro. And I am about to juice 1 lime. I love that little juicer. I got it a couple years ago. I think it was Joann Fabric, but y'all see me using that a lot because it's my favorite. So here I'm adding my fresh lime juice to my mixture. I'm going to season. This is to taste. Everything is to taste, guys. I'm adding some hot sauce. If you don't like hot, you could leave it out. I'm adding like a teaspoon of vinegar. And here I added about 2 ounces of water. And I am gonna chop up now this avocado and add it to my sauce. So while we're doing that, guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, guys, go ahead. What you waiting for? Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, that like button, and also very important, guys, that bell button next to the subscribe button. Hit that bell button, which that's gonna let you know every time I upload a new video, and you're gonna get that front seat. You're gonna be the first one to see it. So just make sure you hit that bell button. Do not forget to hit that bell button, guys. All right. So here I'm chopping away my avocado. Again, it's all preference, small pieces. You could even mash your avocado. It is all preference, how you like your stuff. Okay. There's no right and wrong here. I am allergic to raw onions. So at this point, what I do, I mix everything. I take out my portion. So now you see me here. I am chopping away the green onions. And also the regular onions. And I'm chopping both of them very finely. And now I add it to the rest of the sauce. And you stir it until everything is well mixed, just like this. And you put it in the fridge. And now let's get ready to cook our meat. So here I add a little bit of water to my pan with my meat. And I add about a tablespoon of my sofrito. And here I add in it a half a cube of beef bouillon and a half a cube of the chicken bouillon. I'm adding some cumin, some garlic powder, onion powder. Again, guys, most of these ingredients don't have salt. So the ones that don't have no salt, guess what? You could use as much as you like, all right? There, I added some adobo. That's the one that had the salt. I added very little. It's all to taste. I also crushed some of that oregano and added to it. So now I'm letting this cook on medium low with the top on. And I let it cook at least about, about 15 minutes. And here what I'm doing now, that broth from the meat, I'm adding it to the boiling water that I have in that pot in the back, which that boiling water we are going to be using for our corn dough. All right, and also to that boiling water, I added some chicken bouillon and some sofrito. So here I'm adding the tomatoes, diced up potato, green onions, and regular onions to my meat. And I'm gonna mix this up. And now I'm going to cover it with a lid, and I'm going to let this continue to cook at medium low. And here I added a little bit more of adobo because I added more fresh ingredients. And here, guys, I decided to add some Bijan, which is like a coloring, food coloring. And also, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start adding some affiliate links to some of this recipe, because I know you guys probably, some of you may have some hard time finding some of the seasonings that I use or anything that I use. So I know I've been having a hard time finding certain things that I need here in Texas since I moved to Texas from Orlando, Florida. So I understand the struggle. So I will start adding some links in the bottom, affiliate links. Okay, so if you're in an area where you can't find certain products, by all means, you are always welcome to buy what you need online. So here I had the cornmeal, and there's really no measuring. You add some corn to the bowl and you start adding your hot liquid. You know, it's almost like a broth. Always taste your broth as well, guys, before you start adding it. Make sure that it got the right seasoning. If you need to add a little bit more salt, you add more salt. Okay, so here I'm massaging my dough. I let it rest for a few minutes after I added all that hot liquid because it was very hot. But here I'm massaging it, and it should come just like this. There's nothing left in that bowl whatsoever. You can massage it as much as you need to because it's not flour. So you don't have to worry about it getting tough or developing gluten on it. Okay, that's the beauty about working with cornmeal. You don't got to worry about gluten. So here I am forming a bowl, and I smash it down. And what I did, I grabbed 1 gallon size Ziploc bag, and I cut it from 3 ways. So like that, I could use it so I could put my cornmeal in between. And here I'm rolling it out. And don't be scared, guys. I know this technique right here could be intimidating, but it's okay. And it's not you see, I started with a ball, and with the rolling pin, it just, got out of shape. It's okay. You're going to see. Here, I'm going to add a tablespoon of filling to my empanada. Okay. I'm going to show you, at least about 2 times how to do it. And here, I'm going to start pressing down from the outer in. I don't touch, as you can see, I don't touch the area that has the filling at all. You see, I'm only pressing down on the outer edges. Just give it a little bit of love, and the more you do this, the more you get better at it. Here I am using a butter knife, not a steak knife, a butter knife. Okay, which you will not cut your Ziploc bag. And also here I was able, as you can see, just cut away like that and make a semicircle. And whatever little area that I see there might be a little sealing, I just press just a little bit more in just those areas. I don't press on the filling at all. And look at that. Right? You got a corn empanada right here. And they are so good, guys. I've been doing these for years. I do so many different empanadas of different stuff. So I will be bringing a lot of different recipes of empanadas to you. And also, here I'm going to go ahead and show you again the process of how to do it. Also, these empanadas, I'm going to bake some and I'm going to fry some. So at the end of the video, you will see how both of them came out and you choose which one you would like to do. I know a lot of people have been asking me about air frying and things like that. I have not tried it yet. I'm still was like old school, but right now I'm in the process of doing a research on them so I could make the right purchase and buy the right air fryer. So some of the recipe I could start showing you how to cook with the air fryer. Okay, so that will be coming up next. So very soon, guys. But here again, as you can see, I put about a table or table and a half spoon of the filling. And again, I am pressing from the outside in. As you see again, you do not see me messing with the center where that filling is. And I'm grabbing my butter knife and I just cut it into a circle, semicircle. And as you can see, and then I come with my fingers and I press a little bit more at the edges. And voila, look at how pretty that is, guys. Trust me, it's not hard. A lot of people get intimidated. And if you have a tortilla presser, it'll be even more easy for you to, you don't got to do the roller thing or nothing like that. I'm also looking for a good one as well on those. But here, I'm putting in the pan the ones that I'm going to bake. And I grab a little bit of oil in my paintbrush. And I mean like a little bit. And I'm just going over it. And I also had grabbed a little bit of oil and grease the pan in the bottom part. But if you got parchment paper and you want to use parchment paper in the bottom instead, then you could skip the step of greasing your pan. Okay, but I grease it very lightly, and I'm also greasing very lightly the top of it. And I also sprinkle a little bit of salt on top of these because I tasted the dough after I made these. And I realized it just needed just a little bit more salt. That's why I always tell you, make sure you taste your broth before you add it to your dough and make sure that it got the right seasoning that you want in it. All right. So I'm going to bake this at 350 degrees. So while those are baking, I am going to fry some. All right. So I put it in and I got my fire medium high while I let it cook like for a minute on one side. Now I'm about to turn it, and I like to do this little technique very softly. Very softly. Okay, so I don't want nobody getting burned. As you can see that with the spatula, I just put a little bit oil in the top of it so it could create like a quick coating to the part that has not cooked yet. And before I turn it. So here I'm turning it. And I had lowered my fire because it had gotten too hot. And I forgot kind of put it back up before I finish it. But make sure, guys, that your fire is on medium high. So your empanadas could cook good and it will not return too much grease as well. All right. So, but look at how beautiful. Look at that beautiful color. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Look at that. And if you got a tongue, you could just use a tongue to remove it. I didn't feel like going and grab a tongue, so I used the fork But here I'm adding my second batch. And again, while I'm cooking these, I got the other ones in the oven at 350 degrees. I think I cooked in total, it was like 25 minutes. I just kept adding 10 minutes to the cooking process. So just keep an eye on it. Okay, just keep an eye on it. Every oven is different, so just make sure that I would start with 10 minutes and then add another 10 minutes and just keep an eye on it until you see it's cooked. Remember, this cornmeal is pre-cooked and also the filling is already cooked. So really what you frying or baking is for that coating, that outside coating, to get that little crisp. All right. But look at it again. Look at our second batch. Look at how beautiful and tasty, guys. These things are tasty, especially with that salsa. And when you take a bite of them and you pour the salsa right inside of it, ooh, Lord, I'm telling you, it is super, super delicious. I am promising you. Okay. So here I'm about to remove this one, and I'm going to show you the end product of how the baked empanadas look and how the fried empanadas look. Okay, so here are our baked ones. As you can see, I had sprinkled some salt on it before I baked them. And here are our fried ones. So then again, guys, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you on the next recipe.